From the director of Skyfall and American Beauty brings you a brand new World War I movie called 1917. The biggest takeaway from this movie is that it was shot in one continuous take. The story of 1917 follows two British soldiers on a quest to go across the war-torn Germany and deliver a message to the corporal played by Benedict Cumberbatch, who we've seen in Doctor Strange and Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, a very reputable actor. They are tasked with going across the war-torn Germany to deliver a message to call off an attack that the British soldiers are planning to do against the Germans, because the Germans have set a trap and they know that the British want to attack. So the craziest parts about this movie was the storytelling and the cinematography and all this hard work that was put into the movie. I mean, it's such an authentic movie, and it's something that a lot of people who go to the movies and just normally watch movies overlook. I mean, we're talking, they were waiting hours upon hours to make sure that the clouds were consistent in the movie. They were making sure that everything was constantly consistent. Everything had to stay consistent in these one-shot takes. The directors used real explosions around these soldiers. The actors who were playing the extra soldiers were running through real explosions doing this stuff. I mean, the movie was so authentic and so original. It made for a cinematography masterpiece. Now, one of the biggest things that intrigued me a lot through the story of 1917 was the death scenes in it. These death scenes felt extremely authentic. At the beginning, we had a 10-minute death scene that gave us more character than almost any movie out there nowadays would give you. This death scene was 10 minutes long, and you'd think that that's super boring, but it was actually extremely good. It was realistic, and it showed extreme amounts of emotion, and it was great. Some of the other biggest things about the movie, obviously, as I've said, is the storytelling. The story follows these two young soldiers who really have no experience whatsoever, going across all of Germany to get to another trench and deliver a message. These guys are not trained whatsoever, and these guys are they're young and they're having to do these crazy things that are way out of their league. Now, with the movie being a budget of $90 million to produce, it came out, its box office weekend opening with $35 million, which is a third of what it costed to put into the movie. And critics are loving it. The reviews are great. It is on par with movies like Dunkirk, and it's doing amazing in its opening weekend. So if you want something completely original, it's completely authentic, something that you haven't seen before, go and see 1917. You will not be disappointed. This is Joseph Paskowitz giving you your movie review.